people say you can't be soulmates with an animal. That's weird.
Hey, baby.
But it's possible.
It's yummy, right? You like it?
I'm Jessica, and this is Spongy's story for GeoBeats. Spongy wasn't in good health. The owners just decided it'd be easier to surrender him to a vet. And if I didn't take him,
Where you going, buddy?
if he wasn't adopted, there was the high possibility that he would be euthanized. He was this itty-bitty little thing, and his shell was soft, which I had never seen before in my life. He also had issues with his eyes.
You got it, baby.
So not only was I jumping headfirst in of not knowing how to care for a reptile,
Aww.
I was caring for a sick reptile. It was about 3 weeks of nonstop medicines,
Keep trying, bud.
and the doctors were not very hopeful that he would make it. He was on several rounds of antibiotics. We had to do the eye drops. We had to open up his mouth, squirt vitamins into his mouth.
It's yummy, right? You like it?
We had to give him shots. When you give a tortoise a shot, you have to pull out their leg and do it in their shell. He never fought it. I think that somehow Spongy knew we were helping him.
Hey, sweetheart.
It was overwhelming, not only the time management of it all, but the money aspect of it. Thousands of dollars went into this little tortoise. But one day he woke up and all of a sudden he felt great. He was bursting with personality.
Yay, Spongy!
He also loved climbing things, so we would make little obstacle courses for him. He worked up his strength. He got really good at it too.
You got it, Sponge. I know, my sweet baby.
He loved getting under blankets and cuddling with me. He literally would cuddle like a little dog. It was the sweetest thing ever.
Happy anniversary, Spongy.
Their spine is on the top of their shell, so when you touch them, they feel it.
Come here. Come look at your cake.
I love how tortoises smell. They have like a earthy smell, which is nice. I like it.
Where you going?
Spongy would cuddle with me. He wouldn't cuddle with my mom or my husband.
I know.
A lot of time I would have to hand feed Spongy just because he was a little bit of a picky eater. Tortoises do not have teeth. They have a beak that's very similar to a bird beak.
Yay!
He wouldn't eat for my mom or my husband. He would just be like, nope, nope, I want my mom. He had a schedule he would follow. He'd sleep through the night. He'd wake up in the morning. He'd want breakfast. He'd want to go outside. He'd want to explore.
He's trying to eat it. What are you doing? You can't eat that. You got it, Sponge.
He was so smart. He would bang his little body against the door like, hey, I'm ready to eat, or hey, I'm ready to get out and go outside, or hey, I'm ready to play.
Spongy, yay!
Spongy was small, but he had some pep to his step. I think he could hustle if he wanted to.
Spongy, the bestest baby in the world.
Many people say that reptiles can't show love, and I don't think that's true. It might not be a love like a dog or a cat or a human.
Curled up with mommy in her arms, because you're sweet. I know.
When you can pick them up and pet them and cuddle with them and them not hide or run away, that's love.
Happy anniversary, Sponge. Happy anniversary. Hey, baby. Baby, look at all that growth.
For the first 2 years we had Spongy, he did great. His shell hardened. He went from 27 grams to, I think it was almost 200 grams.
Hey.
But the last year, we started to see a decline. He stopped eating, he slept more, and with tortoises, because of their shells, it's hard to sometimes get accurate x-rays or ultrasound. It's hard to do tests.
You got it, baby.
So the vet was never 100% what was happening to him, just that he was declining. So because he stopped eating and was starting to lose that weight, we had to put him on a feeding tube. He was on a feeding tube, I think, for 4 or 5 months, and it did help for a while. He gained some of his weight back, he got some of his energy back, but around that time we had to do a nebulizer several times a day for him as well. Morning of August 10th, Spongy passed away. He was about 5 years old. I feel like I was put on this world to find Spongy, and Spongy was put on this world to find me.